All right. Hi. Boom. Oh, the trading markets aren't up. Boom. We're live. What's up, everybody? Nasdaq's down 1.14%. Are we back into another crash? We will see. We need to go on micros first. So we can open up our trade of 8. 1 second. But good morning, everybody. Good morning. Happy start to the week. I need to log into trade of 8 here. By the way, if you do use Tradeify, you can now use code BEN for a discount code. I'll get a design there. But let me quickly put this back on the screen. Good morning, Unknown. Vipin, good morning. MRFX. Pillar Jack. All right, let's get to this stream. We're almost at 3,100 subscribers. But you can see we are in this daily fair value gap. We already moved a lot. Now, on terms of price action going down, you don't want to think too obviously, right? Now, Ben, why do you say that? Let's just draw this gap. So from the close all the way to the open, that's where we could be going to. So that is what I'm going to be aiming for. What's up, podcast? That's what I'm going to be aiming for going into the session. Now, on terms of Bitcoin, you were like, oh, Ben, it's not going to go down to 90,000. What are you talking about? I called that here at 122, 123. I said short to 90,000. Drips. Just completely falls. And watch, it's going to go down here. I'm telling you guys, it's going to 90,000. It's going right here. It is going right here. If you don't believe me, just watch it happen in live action. But could I check gold? Gold is like not really moving. It's down like 0 point something something. Yeah. Still up like crazy. It actually reached almost 4,200. But back on the MNQ, what we're ideally looking at right now. Let's see the daily chart. We traded into there. We've traded into the gap on ES. We haven't on NQ. But what I'm looking for right now is price action to turn up a little bit, sweeps in internal range highs, and then turn back down lower. Now, we could even go back up there. But let's mark out midnight open here. Midnight open. Wow, midnight open was volatile. So that actually makes me want to look ideally for longs. 1 second, I need to mute this WhatsApp group chat. Okay. C8, Tammy, Christopher, what's up? So today we are ideally going to be looking for longs up a little bit and then potentially shorts again. Or we could look for shorts, then longs. But if it's going to be another crazy bearish day, then I'm leaning short first. Right? We are already down 1%. So if we're anticipating we're going to have another tariff crash, it would look like we're in a premium. So it's 930. 930 rips us lower. I think I want to hold on to my shorts today. It looks like it's going to be insanely bearish. I'm going to bet on the market to do that as well. 930 open, completely rips lower from midnight open. We're just completely falling. What's up, MW Futures? What's up, Benji? What's up, my man? But again, ideally, I want to catch. I want to see a reversal because look how much like midnight open just opens and trades away. 930 manipulates the sell side. Like it looks like it would be bread and butter to turn up. But what good do we have in the economic news? Right? Let's see. There's yeah, there's nothing. Yeah. Donald Trump is still big on China. China's still big on America. I think it's probably going to time distort here and then we'll turn down lower. But it does make sense if we want to turn up. So it's a little bit indecisive right now. But we got our one trade a day entry and then we'll go into our regular trading. But right now we have a bearish 930. Looks like it travels back up into that 9 a.m. range, that breaker. You know, like that previous day gap is still open. Yeah, that's why I have it drawn out. Like that's what I would be marking for. What I would look for an entry here is maybe like a 2-minute fair value gap here. Could take that. Right? Something like this. Down to this gap here. But I don't like how bullish it is. Look, it actually got rid of the fair value gap. It's very wicky right now. Price action has a lot of low resistance highs here as well. You can see price action has some highs to... It looks like it's engineering longs for later. But I do want to see it go down to that gap. So we need to wait a little bit. Do you remember when I told you I wanted to buy an eval, but I didn't have the money for the activation fee? Well, I bought it and passed, but can't pay. Well, like out of all due respects, why would you buy it if you knew you didn't have the money to pay for the activation fee? So we're starting to turn down a lot lower here. Right? No fair value gap fill, nothing for me. Does look like it wants to completely sell off. You shouldn't trade if you can't afford, yeah. Bullish, bearish, I'm bearish. On terms of my live accounts, I haven't really traded them this month. I've been focusing on this one trade a day challenge. And I'm pretty glad I haven't because the economic news is totally messing me up on how there's a government shutdown because I base my trading off of that. But it's a negative month only by 1 R. And the month, I mean, we're still early into the month. Right? People would say we're halfway, but I say we're early. Good morning, Shannon. Look at some IOFED here. 35. It would be 7 contracts. See if we can get a fill up there. Or we do swipe this low. We trading into this BPR here. So let's see if it goes back up to this fair value gap after doing that. That would be a little bit dangerous to take the trade. But it does look like it just wants to sell off right away. There wasn't a fair value gap fill for me, so I didn't like getting into the short there. But I am bearish. I love one trade a day challenges. They're amazing for new traders, sadly. They never adhere to them. Yeah, no one ever listens to them. They think it's not worth doing one trade a day, and they miss out on one of the best learning opportunities. That's definitely a breakaway gap. And I think we're gonna have a very bad sell-off today with the way midnight opened like that, and it's just ripping lower. I think we're gonna go down to this low. I'm just looking for an IOFED entry here, chat. I do take volume imbalances into consideration, but I don't like taking volume imbalance trades right at 9:30 because for me, it feels like I'm just rushing into the trade right at market open. Caught that move down. Nice. Guys, a lot of the times when we have a huge bearish day, you don't need to worry, right? Because look, although the first part of the rip starts to go crazy and you have crazy FOMO, it will slow down, consolidate, trade into a fair value up, then go again, give you another IO Fed entry. Like, see, there's one there. Like, you don't really need to worry. If it's going to be bearish like crazy, like what we think it's going to be today, we're going to be fine. Oh, that's crazy. Didn't think you were going to stream today. Why? I'm practically waiting for 10 a.m. today to see what price does at the previous day gap. Yeah. So, like, if you guys are like, oh, we're already so far down, I don't want to reverse. We're so low into the day. We're so into a discount. Now, does it look like we're going to turn back up to it? No. We're so far low again. I think it's pretty obvious that we're just going to turn down lower. But you want to be careful because we already ripped down lower a lot. Consolidation, manipulation, distribution. That we could trade into this gap and then just consolidate. Because a lot of the times when price action makes a big gap like this, it trades to it early morning and then it consolidates for the rest of the day. What do you think about the news today? There's it's a government shutdown, but we have Powell speaks at 12. Post-bank holiday, yes, of course. But we're in it. We're in it to win it. It's one trade a day. It's not like we're going to completely blow our account. We got some crazy volatility in the market, so there's great opportunity. The markets are dying, though, fast. Tesla's down 3%. Reddit's down another 4%. Meta, Google, Amazon's down 2.6%. Microsoft, Bitcoin, almost sub 110, like I'm calling it. TQQ's down another 5%. Nvidia's down 4%. Are we having another tariff crash, dude? Okay, we have a little IFED entry here. Let's see if we want to trade to it. Or maybe we're going to another higher fair value gap. Let's see. So if it trade down here, I'll take the trade, put my stop loss to the high that forms. Am I in XRP? No, I don't invest in crypto. Beautiful body reaction. I'm going to get into short here. Remember, I'm just anticipating it's IO Fed. You see it trades down to there. Just going to wait for it to trade a little bit lower. Oh, I can't place my stop loss. I don't have Tradovate open. Oh, no. I always forget to do that. Wait, why does it say sign up? Why can't I log into Tradovate? Okay, wait, there we go. Every time, bro. So my stop loss is up here. I can retest that fair value gap, but it should sell off soon, aggressively. How many contracts am I in? 6. Okay, and I'm going to hold my take profit. I haven't even placed my take profit yet. I'm going to anticipate a pretty bearish day today. So I am going to hold my take profit. Buy limit. I honestly am going to anticipate that we turn down all the way to there. So that's my final take profit, just in case we do have a crazy bearish day. But I'm definitely going to be taking partials on fib levels of this opening range gap. You think silver will pass gold? There's no way. I don't think silver will ever pass gold. So I'm going to drag my stop loss now once we body below that low to that high. Am I in a 1-to-1 RR trade? No. I'm not aiming for that. I'm not betting on that. Obviously, I'm going to take partials. But I'm taking partials at quadrants of this. And let's see if we got standard deviation as well. Right? 4 lines up a consequent encroachment. So the quadrants is where I take my partials. We're getting a nice trade below that low. Let's see if we can get a body. I don't like how it wicks there, though. Let's see. In terms of ROI, but in price? Yeah, good luck. Okay. Okay, risk management. Now we're sub 500 on risk. First partial is going to be this red line here. Quadrants. 50% of the gap is 4 standard deviation with 50 right there. Okay, getting ready to the partial. I'm going to take 2 contracts off. Oh, why is my buy stop 8? Why did no one call that out? I'll fix that later. I think I'm about to go to partial, so I think a break even would be anticipated now, or I'll drag just right to here. So risk is off the table. Now our goal is to just secure profits. Chat, is there a consistency rule on Tradeify Combine? Advance. I don't know if there is an advance. I don't think there is for an advance. Oh, there's a consistency target of 35. Oh, after passing the evaluation. In the evaluation, there's nothing. Okay. I've never traded an advance account. I picked a harder account just because I wanted to do it for this challenge. Yeah, I hate how Tradeify does that. Like, they could have so much better of a platform if they just, you know, if they just formed a better UI. Yeah, but for the evaluations MW, like the one that I'm doing my challenge account on, so I'm definitely dragging my stop loss to break even. So we have a break even trade. W's in chat. Now our main focus is getting that profit, right? So we are break even. Our focus is hitting that profit. We want to see that first quadrant get hit and taking a partial. Oh my gosh, we're up right away. 9.2%. Oh, okay, that's a good recovery. Oh, wow, that's not a good recovery. But we have an order block here. I'm actually going to drag my stop loss a little bit higher. Right? It'll probably be like what? Like $50 Just to factor in this order block, right? Just put it at the high there. What is that? Like probably 20 bucks that we're risking just to save that order block. But it would be a shame if we get stopped out here because I feel like we could have a big bearish move. And I would love to be a part of that. But I can't be trading with emotions. Hashtag insider trader. Took your profit on a new funded. Nice. Right? You cannot trade with emotions. That's why I'm like, I get rid of risk right away. And I'm not too worried. We have this order block here, so that's why I moved my stop loss actually. Just a little bit higher. Like I'm factoring 50 bucks, right? Because we could trade up to here, create a failure swing. And I'm mainly looking at this, where is it? This 2-minute order block right here. All right, price action is failing from hitting into that fair value gap under consequent encroachment. The body's respecting this fair value gap. So I just conservatively moved my stop loss just a little bit higher. Like I was like, yeah, I'll break even, but we could trade a little bit up into that order block. So I did drag my stop loss. I mean, I did put it back up just a little bit. Yes, this is live. This is on Tradeovate chat. As you can see, if I click sell, you can see in the top right, you see my Tradeovate logo. But I don't like that fair value gap reaction. It looks like it wants to turn up. But we're just going to hold the trade. I won't be upset if I lose like 20 bucks. I'd be upset because I think we could get a big bearish move if we are to be bearish. But if we rip above this high, we could be bullish because we traded into the gap, took the low. Why am I bearish? Well, very bad economic news. I was anticipating another tariff crash. We're already down 1 point something percent. I just don't like that 5-minute fair value gap. It looks like a good go to that. All right, it's above mean threshold of that order block. We just got to bet on a failure swing here. 10 seconds to trade lower below that consequent encroachment. Nope. Oh, maybe. If we got to rip down now, though. Yeah. It doesn't look like we want to do that. Just going to conservatively do this one more time, chat, because it's slowing down a lot. I think I could get really wicked out. That's a pretty big premium of the... And we're really not risking that much here in this occasion, right? Could take the body highs. That's why I was looking at that. In terms of ES, same thing. It's slowing down. I just want to survive these new body closures because it could be a failure swing, right? Which means the wicks trade up higher. And my stop is like, it's a little conservative. And I'm identifying that. But I'm not going to drag it back above this high. Like risk management is still controlled. But see what happens. See how it's trading down lower again. I identified that it was going to trade up all the way into a premium to take out as many shorts as possible to trade in form a failure swing to then rip down lower. Because if it is going to completely rip lower, like I hope it does, like if it's going to rip lower like a tariff rip, it's going to manipulate as much as it can before it does that. But if price action is really heavy, right? But that high should be protected. It shouldn't take that. It should create a failure swing. I don't like this rejection back up to the upside. Right, it looks like it wants to turn up. It's 950. Right, this fair value gap is the fair value gap that's drawing a little bit of strength. So we want to see it respect that. Everybody's in my chat saying, I'm long, I'm long, I'm long, I'm short, I'm short. Guys, it's not a competition. It's not a competition, guys. If you are 2 ticks above consequent encroachment of an order block is fine. At least that's yeah. But here's the thing. That's if you're anticipating that order block is going to be what the reversal point is. There could have been a rejection, like a failure swing, right? This could be mitigation. This could all get mitigated. Loss all idiot scams. What are you talking about, Manu? You say you lost. I'm scammy, bro. I lost my whole funded. I full ported longs. You're calling me a scammer because you full ported longs. Does it look like I'm in a long? That guy's definitely rage baiting. He's not that stupid. There's no way. So it's rejecting heavily off of that 1 minute fair value gap, right? It's retouching it, then rejecting again. But it doesn't look like it wants to respect this trade. Does look like it wants to go to that 5 minute, but I'm not gonna fix my stop here. What the fuck? But sometimes that's the reality of it. Listen, you guys are witnessing in live one of the hardest. I wouldn't say hardest because I'm doing really good with risk management, but one of the hardest months because I'm an economic news trader. I trade off of 9:30 and what happened with the economic calendar. With the government shutdown, I can't base my trading off of what's happening. But what you can learn from everything that I'm doing on live stream is watch how I manage my risk. I got to make sure I'm out of my trade. Yes, I am. Okay. Watch how I manage my risk, chat. Okay. Watch how my risk is managed throughout the whole process. And you're going to see me come out top and get a payout through managing risk. Now, I think it's probably going to reverse down lower. So patience is key. Opening up my other accounts because I'm still going to look for a trade here. The reason why I'm not going to ideally look for longs all the way back up to midnight open is because look at the daily chart. We're already so much lower. Right? It looks like it wants to go long. Looks like it got a great reaction to the long. But again, I'm not gonna bet on a higher time frame reversal like this in tariff uncertainty. Bro. Menu. What do you think? You're not funny, bro. No. I'm sticking to one trade a day on that challenge, on that account. But I still trade my other accounts. Like now I'm going on my live accounts. Now I'm trading my live because I do think I could still get a huge rip and a very nice juicy trade. I'm gonna switch my account really quickly. 1 second, chat. So we are completely ripping up higher, but I'm not betting on a reversal yet, right? It does look like we're in a big discount of the day, but this is a lot of range to wipe out. Okay. Manu, I'm sorry, but I'm going to time you out for 5 minutes. That's not funny. So I'm not betting on longs yet. I'm not going to go, oh, we're ripping up higher. I'm going to get into long. You know what I mean? Yeah, I see the smooth highs, guys. I see the smooth highs. But I also see all these fair value gaps. If it doesn't respect this fair value gap, then yes, it can go up to those highs. But again, like, I'm anticipating that we are going to rip down lower with this tariff uncertainty here. What's up, EJ? First presented fair value gap. You don't want to see it reach up into a premium, right? It could go to this 1 minute fair value gap, but after that, then they're just going to reverse long for these highs. Nice, Oakley. So we're in that fair value gap. It should reject off of that point if it's going to be bearish. If you are trying to look for shorts here, right, we're in this mitigation. You don't want to be seeing it reach into any higher price action than it is right now. No way, Jose. No way, Jose. Just hit TP. Nice. So you can see a rejection off of that. Could take an inversion fair value gap trade off of that, just like this. Right, back down, lower. Right, trading all the way into the higher fair value gap. Now it's trading down lower. I'm going to get into another short here, most likely, chat. On my live.
Order filled.
Okay, this is on my Apex. Haven't traded these in a long time since I got my payout. Since I've gotten my payout, chat. Have not traded these in a long time. Now, this is a very aggressive short, but I'm anticipating it's using that 5 minutes to reverse. And it's going to turn down right away. But this is also cut risk. Like, I'm cutting risk heavy on this. This is, so for my Apex, my full risk is $2,000 a trade. I'm cutting risk down to like 600, 750. And I'm going down lower to that 3 standard deviations and that low right there. You have to put your stop loss take profit on Tradovate first. Just making sure my stop loss is 1 tick above that high. Could retest that fair value gap, but this is my first trade since I got my 57K payout. I'm not gonna lie, I've just been on a losing streak recently, so it is cut risk. I didn't want to identify. It's actually not cut. I mean, it is cut risk. It's actually not more than I thought. I thought it was gonna be 750. I guess I underestimated it or overestimated it. It's only gonna be like a $500 trade. It's retouching that fair value gap. But my model just has not been delivering this month. But it's what do I say? How do I say it? It's part of the game. It's part of the game. You know what I mean? The best traders are the ones that go through every single season following their statistics and following their system. And when their good seasons come, they ball out. Nice rejection off that first presented fair value gap again. I would want to see it rip down lower now with a failure swing on that rejection. Nvidia is still down 3.8%. Apple's down. Everything's pretty much down. So I do want to see it still rip lower. Still flat on the day. Nice MW. This is my first trade on the Apex. My stop loss is not right at the 15-minute gap. Is it? Hold on. Let me look at this NASDAQ. Ew, it's so dark. Oh, it is. Good eye. I do have a lot of room that I could factor in, so I actually will drag it a little bit higher. What do I get a consequent encroachment? Up the risk by 250. See, my risk on this trade is 2,000. Not on this trade, on these accounts. So when it's around, when I'm only risking 500, I have a little bit more room to play with. I need to get rid of some of these annotations because it's getting messy. Draw out this 15-minute here. We already did. Boop. You can see it actually wicks. Does it wick to that 15-minute? It does. It just wicks above the high, right? To that 15-minute. Now it's rejecting a lot lower. Good call out, Zaylee. But I'm finally back trading my Apex accounts, chat. And it's been a while, you know? It's been a while. I'm not going to... I slowly, gradually go back up to 2K. Like, usually, guys, get a big payout like that. Like, the last time I got a big payout, when I got a $36,000 payout, I think it was, I blew my accounts after that. So, what I'm doing on this time, after getting my 57K payout, is I took a 2-week break. Now I'm getting back in with low risk. So far, by the way trading has been going this month, it's not been a great month for me. So I am going to stay at low risk until I get back in that flow of wins. And once that happens, I'm then going to start rinsing for another payout. Let's make sure it's above consequent encroachment. But we are really good here. We're really not risking that much. How much do I focus on ES? Just for SMT. Alright, ES is a lot higher, but ES was also the one that was a lot lower and traded and filled out most of that gap. But it did leave some of it open. So we still have that gap open. We still have that gap. We still have that gap open. Also, by the way, guys, there's 2 more days until this sale ends, where it's not just 80% off, but it's an $85 activation fee instead of a $200 activation fee. So make sure to use code Ben on Apex accounts. And also, if you want to buy a Trade of 8 account, they have a 40% off sale going on right now with code Ben as well. 1,700. Nice, Mason. It's definitely a lot slower. I'm going to get rid of this for value gap and factor into this 15-minute. And just pay attention to how it reacts to it. I think you could trade up one more time and then soup lower. But it looks like it's definitely a lot slower. And I don't think the 15-minute is going to go up into a premium. You know what? Like what are we at? 500? I'll move my
stop field.
Oh, too late. It's okay. So that was 500. My max daily loss limit is 1 trade. So that equals up to 2,000 on these accounts. I'm going to sit out because I think it's going to go to the equal highs. But that's 1 loss in total on accounts. 1 cut risk and 1 regular risk. So 1 regular risk on the trade, 1 cut risk on my Apex accounts. And I actually prefer losing on the first trade back because that sets the tone. That makes me not get ahead of myself. 1. Okay. Beautiful. I still think it's going to rip lower, chat. Like, maybe it could soup the highs, but I do think at the end of the day it's going to turn down. Well, let's see. What's up, Keegan? You trade ICT? Yes, I do. Up 2.5K. Let's go, KJR. Like, I still think it's going to reject. It's just reaching into a premium, and then it's going to trade down. Like, I'm not going to be bearish until we take this low. Like, that's going to be my protocol. Is once we take that low, then I'll be bearish again. Now, we could go to that fair value gap, but I do think that it still has lower prices to go to. It traded into a premium that 15-minute while formed SMT on ES. So I'm still going to continue to look for potential shorts, but it does look like we want to trade up higher after manipulating here, right, into the gap. Could go back up because we did not really form a high on the day. Well, we did earlier on into that daily fair value gap, but not since the midnight open. We got to get another push for me to engage into any side of the market right now. Right now, I'm neutral. Even though it looks like it's long, I'm neutral. It was the first presented fair value gap right here. So you can see this 5-minute reaction. So if we got into a replay here, right there, you can also see that that wicked into the 1-minute first presented fair value gap as well at the same time as the 5. So it was a cut risk aggressive short. But again, you don't want, if you're not in position yet and you're like, oh, I kind of want to take longs, I wouldn't take longs just yet, guys. Wait for a rip. Nice shot. It's Sile. Waiting for a pullback. Yeah, definitely wait a little bit for some sort of rip. I mean, Nvidia's still down 3%. Markets are still down pretty much a lot. Patience, fellas. Let's get rid of the standard deviation. We still have an open gap to trade to. All this gap is open. And I don't like, if you're looking longs, I wouldn't like how slow it's going. And I wouldn't like how ES is already taking the highs. And we're starting to form highs here. All right, but I'm going to wait for some of these lows. Like, now that we traded up higher, we could wait for this low here. But I'm waiting for some of these, like, trend lows to get taken before I look for shorts. Siley. How do I pronounce your name? Siley? Siley? S-I-H-L-E. Siley. How do I pronounce your name? What's up, bro, what's up with these names? What's up? Chandra. Bro, am I dyslexic? Or is it me? Is it me, chat? Look at that 15-minute reaction, right? Hey, man, just wanted to hop in and say what's up. I hope you're having a blessed day. Hey, thank you, Emilio. What's up, my man? Just Chad? Okay. Recognize my name. I was here a while back when you probably had, like, not even thousands. Yeah. I know who you are, Zaylee. So you can see 15 minutes starting to reject. I'm still holding that bearish bias, chat. I'm still going to be looking for shorts. I'm going to try one more time to go for shorts. No, I wouldn't look for longs. Looks like it's respecting that 15-minute now. As you can see, it wants to trade down lower. So I am going to retest into this short one more time. Just need to see a little bit of a break. I'm not going to get into short just yet. We need to see a little bit more of a breakdown. Zahid is missing, I know. Right, but you look at that 15-minute, you see it's fairly respecting it. I think we could wait around 4 minutes too if it doesn't move down lower too much to see where we body. But let's see what happens here, because we could just be trading back to this order block and turn back up higher. No, I do think we're still going to sell off, guys. Like, I'm not letting go of that bearish bias. Now, it's either going to sell off now or it's going to rip up higher a bit and then sell off in the PM. But I'm not letting go of that. I'm not letting go of that just yet. Let's see what Bitcoin's at. 111. So we're having a little AM pull up, like an AM retracement, and then I do think we're going to sell off again. And good things come to those who keep trying, right? We just need to wait for that 15 minutes to get confirmed. Could be choppy now. I'm still not I'm not letting go of that bearish range, man. Like, it looks like it just wanted to manipulate a bunch of shorts into there. I think people are going to go long and they go to that 15-minute fair value gap, then sell off here. It's failing to move up higher. If it forms a failure swing here and it breaks these lows, I'm going to look for some shorts. We also have SMT on ES. It is fairly respecting that 15-minute again. A nice rip down below this low and fair value gap. I'll take it. Looks like a beautiful short though. I think it's going to go with another 6 contracts on this trade. I'm not in the short yet. I just need a little bit of a push down here. We got a new 15-minute candle in 2 minutes too. It could still push up again. We need to see if that 15-minute body respects constant encroachment. Because it could just rip up higher. So it's not enough information to get in short, but I have my tool here in case it wants to. Looks like it's trading back up above that high. Let's just see where this 15-minute candle closes, because it could be last-minute manipulation. Soups this high. Again, ES is a lot higher, actually taking higher highs, while NQ hasn't even taken the first high presented. Okay, looks like it's disrespecting this 15-minute fair value gap, so it's probably going to manipulate a little bit more, but I'm still going to hold my bearish bias for the end of day. That's what the 5-minute looks like. Let's see. We still have 1 minute for this candle to close. Still could. There's a possibility it could rip lower. Miss your stop loss and profit by 2 points? No way. All right. Again, trades to 930's fair value gap. But I'm really losing the attention to be short in the AM now. I think it's a PM type of thing. We could even rip up a lot higher in the AM. It is rejecting a little bit. Oh. Okay. It's rejecting. Oh. But I'm not going to look for shorts after disrespecting this 15-minute. We have 25 seconds to trade below. If it can't do that, then I'm definitely not going to look for shorts. If we do grab a fib from midnight open to the low of the day, 50% of the range is right here. Yeah, so there's that 15-minute body. Thank you, Travis, for the subscription. There's that 15-minute body. Now what you can see is it could maybe trade down a little bit lower using it as an inversion fair value gap. Maybe use this 1 minute to trade to the 15-minute, then back up. Or it can just completely rip up. But so far we don't want to look for too much. It's rejecting off of that 930 fair value gap, so I do think it could potentially go to this 15-minute fair inversion and then turn back up. ES is a lot higher. Broke structure, NQ is a lot lower. So we're in that inversion fair value gap. Let's see if it turns back up higher now. Could actually reverse long here if it wants to respect it. Maybe up here. I loaded that. All right, trading to that 15-minute inversion. Would be 7 contracts here. Could go for some lower lows actually right there like that. Let's just see though, because it looks like it could also just follow trend and still turn down. But ES is a lot higher. We'll get into a small buy here. It's cut risk today, chat.
Order filled.
This is probably the last trade I'm going to take on the AM session, save my capital for PM, because I do want to be trading PM today on my on my Apex accounts. Long. Where's my stop? Right there. Right. I'll give it a little quick long to these highs. I'm not going to go for the higher highs. I'm going to go for something quick. Just 2RR scalp. Not really scalp. It's IOFED. But it's going off of that inversion fair value gap that I'm anticipating is going to happen, right? 15-minute opens up right away, trades down lower into that fair value gap that had been so heavily anticipated that gave me my bullish bias of like, okay, we could potentially rip here. Once we break above this 930 fair value gap, I'll be pretty confident. We do have London highs as well. Like that's the backup to the daily fair value gap. That's all the way back up to the daily fair value gap. If we're gonna go all the way back up to the, is that the daily fair value gap? No. What is that? It's an hourly, right? It's an hourly fair value gap. So that could be a good target as well. But that's all the way into a deep premium. So that could. Don't like this reaction, how it's respecting that 930 fair value gap though. We need to rip above it very soon, or else I'm probably going to close out. Not close out of the trade, but close positions out of the trade. But I'm playing with small risk trades today. I'm not going to go for anything full risk at all, even if it's going to be in my short direction later on in the PM. But I like how 15-minute opens up, right away trades down to that inversion, and then trades back up higher. That kind of gives me that like bullish sense. But I don't like how it's respecting that. Literally out of the whole range that we formed, this is the last PD array. That, like the very first PD array of the range. So it's disrespected all of this. So I don't think it's going to reverse off of this. I think it could give a little bit of manipulation to trigger shorts, but I'll mark out all these highs though. I think this could be LR. Like now that I think we're going to reverse in the PM session, I think we're going to have a bit of a pull up on terms of this trade. And I will add more positions as well. Because this will, if it breaks this high and bodies above it, it's breaking structure, market structure shift, right? So then I do think it's going to go up to here. And then I'll add more positions, right? Once we make it so I can drag my stop loss to this low, I'm going to add like 3 more contracts. How's the day in the life of Benji go through? So I wake up early in the morning, going to run, eat healthy, get on my stream, get off, eat lunch, having like a 45-minute break, maybe make a quick video for content purposes, and then get back onto the stream on PM session, get off of the stream on PM session, go to the gym, come back from the gym, eat dinner, make a few videos, study the markets, then go to bed. Yeah, a lot of trading. So once we body above this fair value gap, I'll add a little bit of positions here. I'm going to add more. I think we could get a potential runner here once we body above that 930 fair value gap. Wow, okay. Too late to add a runner. No, it's not. I'm going to add 2, though.
Order filled.
Right? Now I'm going to add 2. Beautiful rip, though. So my take profit is all the way up here. I'm going to add that, but the partials are here. I wish it didn't rip up that much. I was about to add into a position, but it's okay. I just added, I took away a contract. How many contracts am I in? 8? So a little bit of a recovery. This was set us up pretty juicy on my Apex accounts. Very juicy, actually. What is this? This is 8 contracts. And how big is the risk right now? This is 8 contracts by 30. So it's a $500 risk with a 6.24 return. So 500 times 6.24, that would be $3,120. But obviously partial, so it'd be around 2,200. So I do like, we push up higher one more time. I'll drag my stop loss to that low there. Oh, that's a 6. One second, chat. There we go. No, I fixed it. Thank you for reminding me, though, about the contracts. I hate how TradeAvate does that. But I would like to see some LRLR here. But, I mean, the markets are still in deep red, so we are in a deep discount. Bitcoin's still 111. I want to see it go down and break these lows, though. It's going to go to 90,000, I'm telling you. It's going to go around here. What is doing really well? Gold's moving higher a little bit. I would say in this tariff market, this stock is doing very well. I think it's going to rip up to $3 soon. What's up, Zahid? Zahid, I missed you. Finally, Zahid comes to chat. About time. I hate managing trades on TradeAvate. I do too. I want to do it through ChangeView, but I always have to add another contract to add the stop. I know. That's the most annoying part. So I'm going to drag my stop loss to this right here. I do think it's going to go there, but I'm definitely going to take a partial. What? What? Oh, TradeAvate was bugged. It just showed all my Apex account as 00000. Oh, I just had a heart attack. Oh. I thought for a second I added into shorts by accident, and I just let it completely milk my account. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. I thought I just blew 2,300 Ks. Oh. Dude, I would have been so upset. Yours just bugged too? Yeah, guys, make sure your TradeAvate's not bugged. So I'm going to take a partial here. I'm going to take just 2 contracts off. One more push up higher. Come on, give me that partial. I'll count these 2 as the same partial. They're very close together. And the next partial will be up here, and then the final take profit will be there. But definitely a break-even trade now. Give us that rip. Give us that rip. I don't like TradeAvate, but every firm uses it, so I have to pick it. It's better than NinjaTrader. Okay, I'm gonna partial now because I don't like how it's rejecting on that high, so I'm not gonna be scared from these profits.
Order filled.
Okay, partial. Wait, my stop loss is still 8. See how that's so annoying. It's so annoying. I hate managing my stop. Isn't that so, like, chat? That is so annoying. So let's get rid of these points. We got our partial going up next to those highs. Yeah, okay, Zahid. Where's, I gotta fix my sell limit as well. I'm not gonna place it because I'm gonna take a partial and then I'll place it again. But beautiful, beautiful price action after disrespecting that first percentage, like that 930 fair value gap. Boom, starts to rip. Recovered everything that has happened, and now we are Gucci. Broke rules, take partial early. I didn't break rules. I do that. That's not a rule. I take partials early. What is he talking about? I take a partial early when it's just rejecting a bunch of times. And I'm done for the day. Let's go. This is ripping. It's up 7%, dude. What is it up now? 7.8%. Wow. So definitely the tariffs created some uncertainty for me in the early morning. But we recovered ourselves. I'm actually gonna drag my stop a little bit here. Right there. Perfect. Just passed my funded. Oh, thank you. God bless. Hey, let's go, Oscar. I was like 60, then kept trying to close, so I hit sell twice, and then trade of 8 came back. I was down 500 because it's all, bro. I know I hate trade of 8. Nice, Keegan. First percent fair value gap has started delivering once again. I'm so happy. No, we're starting to get the 930 Judas, so I might put that in again because we haven't had that in months. But the one thing that just didn't want me to get into long so deep in this discount was how far we were down in the day already and this tariff uncertainty, right? But we adapted. We realized. We adapted. We waited. And then we got into a long. And that paid off. And plus, this long is better than some of your longs who got down there. I'm not saying it hasn't shown up once in months. It hasn't shown up consistently since, I would say... I mean, it showed up consistently for 2 weeks in September. That's how I got my payout. But then before that, I would say before August. But this fill is better than some of your fills down here. Because if you got into it, if you chased it a little bit and got in with that big of a stop loss, it's the same R. That's why you can't get worried about price action ripping away from you so fast, because you can always catch into it later on. Still got range to take. I think this could be a nice hold. Got a 5-minute there, though. It's in a 3-minute. This is the first pullback since the trade. But we got our partial. We have our stop and profit, so we're Gucci. I don't know where your trade is. Whenever I try to move my trend line on any fair value gap on TradingView, it moves. I don't know. Oh, it's magnetic. You probably just turn off the magnets. Just go here and turn off the magnet. Okay, it's about to reach that 5-minute fair value gap. No emotions because I got that partial, right? Drag my stop loss, so everything's Gucci. Look at the macro that I sent in the general chat. My Discord isn't opening, so I have to open it on this on the browser. I don't know what you're sending me. What macro? The what are you showing me? You're gonna have to explain it a little bit. You're waiting? I'm waiting for what? Oh, 949 entry, low stop loss from 947. 949 entry. And 947. Oh, Zahid. Yeah, okay, buddy. Sure. Show, how much did you risk on that trade? Get the fuck out of here. Get the fuck out of here. Bro, is the bigger hindsight trader than ICT. You damn well know he got into the trade putting his stop here. It went up higher. Then he moved his stop here. And then he said that was his original thing. Check Discord. I don't see your trade. I don't see. Did you post it? I don't see it. I don't see it. So how much did you risk? Okay, Van, see you tomorrow. Don't get married with One Direction. Remember macro tight. Yes, sir, my man. See you tomorrow, Jose. Check your Discord. I forgot you had a Discord. Let me see. Where did you post it? Oh, here. Yeah, but you're showing no proof that that's where your stop loss was. Like, that's where your entry is. How much did you risk and where did you risk it? You know what I mean? We're in that 5-minute fair value gap. I'm going to up the time frame because you don't want to be looking at the 1 minute right now. What's the biggest injury I'd had while playing sports? I injured my, like I got hit really bad. Like I was drawing back on my camera. 1 second, chat. Let me know if it's ripping. Let me know if it's ripping. Let me know if she's ripping. I was stepping back as a quarterback and I got blindsided and I like injured my neck and I like passed out. Everything went black. Yeah, so disassociate from the 1 minute chat. Stay on the 5 minute right now. When you see a little bit of a pullback, you don't want your emotions to influence you, so stay on the 5 minute and let it continue to move. Bro. Were you nice at quarterback? I was decent. Blacked out Benji. Okay. That's like a drunk name. It's like a drunk name. We just need to be patient, though, chat. We just need to wait for price action to move up. It's starting to recover itself from this little manipulation lag. But what we can do now is get standard deviation for a little bit more confirmation and put it to that. And look, where does that line up with, right? What lines up? What takes it away? 3 standard deviation lines up with what? Boom, our take profit. So that's what we're going to be aiming for, is 3 standard deviation. Once we trade above, I would say this high, I'll drag my stop loss to that low there to confirm profits. But again, I'm sitting on that 5 minute because I do want to see it turn up. We still got 2 minutes for that. $1,000 profit. What? That doesn't look accurate. Oh, I guess we are. Don't like that candle, but I think that could just be a down close candle. The next candle will rip up right above that high. Patience. Patience, fellas. Right, we should rip above this high on this candle. And that looks like what it's doing, so we're pretty Gucci. We're $1,100 in profit, and we're about halfway there. So it's going to be a $2,000 trade. Beautiful reaction there, chat. We got some great movement here. No, I'm going to take one contract off at here, and then drag my stop loss to here. All right, this is the highest high of this consolidation, and then that's like that deep move there. So I'm getting ready to take one. That's why I didn't put a take profit there yet. Zahid, bro. Zahid. I saw. I don't know. I don't know if that's actually what it shows to be the original stop. But if it is, then that's crazy. But we're waiting for that little push right there to our partial. Are you still in the trade, Zahid, or did you close? We need that little push up, though. Imagine another rate cut. That would be crazy. You make a video on how to scale and props properly and how to copy trade. Yeah, I can do that. Wow, we're up almost 8% on this stock, dude. Okay, I'm gonna get ready to partial one contract. Better than none. Remember, a little bit more profits in case it doesn't want to turn up. All right, a little move. We should rip up higher here. Don't like how it's rejecting off of this high, so I will take that little partial. I am going to drag my stop loss a little bit higher. Factor in that fair value gap. But we should turn up higher on this fair value gap. Patience. we got a nice trade juicing up. We're still not done, though. We're still not done. Yes, I trade every single day, my man. I've been live every day for the past 2-3 weeks. Take profit is up here. Bless me. I hope you guys didn't see all the particles because I have a big light that's... Oh, I'm going to get ready to partial here. 1 second. Come on. Good partial. Go up to that high. It's going to rip lethargically, watch. It's going to just go... Whew. Yeah, okay. Zahid's the inner circle trader. Zahid. Come on, give us that little rip up. We've been waiting so patiently for 4 minutes. Okay, another minute candle. Let's see. I don't like how it takes us high and then it just consolidates, right? So I'm actually thinking on taking that one little contract now. Now again, Ben, wait, be patient, wait for your partial. It's playing conservative, right? It's playing conservative. So I'm gonna sell just one contract. Let's wait for it to break this low here. Right there, mental. But I don't like how when it takes that high that it previously formed, it just fails. You know what I mean? So it's got to rip up in the next few minutes. It's indecisive, so I'm not going to close yet. But if I see it start to turn down a little bit, I'll take that partial. It's just literally one contract, though. Seven, 6, 5, 4. Another partial. This is some crazy accumulation. Like, price action is probably cooking something. I like how it bodies up a little bit higher there. But what's cooking, chat? What's cooking? Bro just created Doji. What's Doji? What's Doji? $10.50 macro. Do you think it's cooking for the 10.50 macro? My next partial's cooking. No body candle. It's Doji. What's this Doji stuff? A potential reversal on your partial because it's London high. Yeah, that's why. But it could leave that open, right? Like, I don't like this reaction, so I do want to take that partial. It's one contract, so I'm not going to get greedy.
Order filled.
Right? Took that one contract out. Dragging my stop loss. Oh, no, I'm not dragging it. I don't want to drag it to that low yet. It could soup that low. I'm keeping that fair value gap in play. But even if it goes rip up in the next few minutes, I made the conservative play of one contract. And then the rest is going up to my take profit. So we're chilling. Doing better than ever, chat. We should start ripping up at that 10.50 macro. Change stop contract size. Oh my gosh, it's so annoying. It's so annoying, bro. How many am I in? 5? It's so annoying. Now I can place my take profit though. Now I can now I can place my take profit. So that I'm happy about that. There we go. Nice little move there. Right? Standard deviation of that original manipulation. Where was it? Right here. This manipulation that we're just breaking out above. 3 standard deviation lines up with our take profit. So I do want to see it rip. Like, that looks like a wick. That looks like it could trade down lower again. right? We just, what did we do that? We wick above that high, did we? No, we formed equal highs. ES, I'm pretty sure did, though. So I don't like how it's moving down lower. But we just have to be patient, chat. We just have to be patient. We have our winning trade. We took partials. We dragged our stop loss and profit. We have a winning day today, and that's all that matters. I'm going to go get breakfast. You mean lunch now? It's already 11. But I'll see you later, PJ. Yeah, I don't like that reaction. I'm not going to lie. It's looking like I'll drag my stop loss to this 5-minute low here. I just want to confirm more profits. Right? What is that? That's cut in half. So it'll be like $400, $500 in profit here. So that will make me up about like $750 on the day on my Apex per account, which is 750 times 20, 15K today. 15K. New 15-minute open. Yeah, I could go to that 15-minute candle, but I don't know if I want to hold that. Should I hold it, chat? Is it on a prop firm, Zahid? It is a breakish auction in 15 minutes, so you know what? We'll factor in it. We're already up on the day. Like this will make us break even if we get stopped out. Why is it not loading? Hello? Thank you. Thank you for loading. It's on a prop? Or no, not on a prop? What is it on? Nice. You can just close more, right? If that reverses, doesn't it move your daily trailing drawdown to the upside? It does, but it's not that much. It's $500. Plus, we formed equal highs to engineer, right? So it's rejecting off the high, trade lower into that 15-minute, turns up. I'm just going to hold it. Why not take 2 contracts off? Well, only one? I don't know. Why 2? Yeah, it's 1050. We can get that macro trade into that fair value gap, then turn up. Or we can just completely rip up right away, but let's see. I think it's going to go down to that 15-minute low first. Soup it, then turn back up. Or break even on the day regardless, so that's a W. Zahid, is it worth it not doing prop firms? Like if I put in 20, 30 grand, on a live account. Is that worth over trading $6 million on Apex? So I've been thinking about going to live. I feel like it would be better too. I'd get better what's it called? Better traction. Okay, we're about to take that 15-minute low. I don't like how it formed an entry before that, though. Honestly, for me personally, I've never really made any money with firms. Really? So you went straight into live? You lost money. What did you start with? How much money did you start with in your live account? Like, should I start with 30K or is that too much? All right, there we go. We're in that 15-minute. Soup that low at during the macro. 30K is good. You did 10K. But I can risk more aggressively, right? Because it's not like a trailing drawdown rule. You know what I mean? Thank you for the subscription. I appreciate it. I think it's a bad idea to trade firms and your own live account at the same time. Yeah, that's what I'll do is I'll gamble my my Apex accounts, get like a nice juicy payout or try to. Because I've already made a lot of money from them. I won't be upset about it. And then I'll go to live. You like to be aggressive? Pause. I know you like to be aggressive, Zahid. I know you like it aggressive. Zahid. Beautiful soup there on that low. Right into that fair value gap right there, right? Might add more positions here. Thank you for the subscription. I appreciate it. How to scale props is just doing the exact same thing you do with one account, but just copy trade. Once we trade above this, I'll add more positions. So think where we traded down into a discount. Ayo, that sound corny. What, this? Don't like that body reaction. Order flow is still a little bit bearish in the short term. I know, bro. See, it's a little fruity. See, it's a little fruity. Okay, I'm going to buy some contracts here. A beautiful 15-minute fair value gap reaction starting to turn up. Just need to wait for this to get disrespected. See, it doesn't get disrespected. Not nice. Not nice. How dare you? You wish you could time me out? I'll time you out right now. Even though you're mod, I can time you out. So watch it. Because I can time you out, buddy. Yeah, I'm not going to add more positions after that reaction. That's for sure. 4 hours, Sibby. I think I'm going to close here, guys. I'm going to run away with profits on the day. I'm going to close here. Wait for that low to get taken. I want to be happy. I want to have a happy day. I'll trade on PM session. I think PM session will be juicy. So I'm going to close my positions here. Wait. It's rejecting off of this fair value gap. I'll give it till this fair value gap. We'll close once it trades below that low. I'll put my stop right there. These are funded accounts, Mass. These are funded accounts. Guys, you want to know some insider trading? I probably shouldn't say that or I'll get banned. The next big wave, nuclear energy. Let's see what this one's up. Nuclear energy. What are the nuclear energy stocks to look at? Hold on. I gotta check my messages. Got this. Right? This one's up. Nuclear energy, chat. The next insider. So, LEU. We'll add that. We got U. Got that. We got NAK. Got that. NB. Got that. UAMY. IPX. Look. Look at these. Look at this. This is the next bull run. Look at all these markets. Nuclear energy, guys, I'm telling you. That is the next rip. 1:10 p.m. Eastern time. For a PM session. Nuclear energy, fellas. What about MP Materials Corp? Hold on. Rare earth. All that. Oh my gosh. Like, look at this. No, wait for a pullback. Oh boy, I can't wait for Ben to start the live account and start crying every loss. Yeah, okay, C8. I'm going to open a live account and I'm going to be balling. You're going to see me in a private jet. I'm kidding. No, I'm not going to open a live account until I get back in a winning streak. This month has been rough. I'm not going to open a live account until I get like at least back to a positive win rate on this month. I got to wait for the government shutdown to be over. Kind of want to just close the trade. Kind of want to just close it. Trade's taking forever. We're in that nice 15-minute. Should drop. But chat, I need my lunch. So in 20 minutes, if it's still in the trade, I'm going to leave the trade open and then come back on PM session. Take profit there. We got that nice move now. Are these energy stocks available in Apex? In Apex, no. Yeah, okay. No, if I go to live, I'll dominate that, bro. Because I'm so consistent. It's just like, it's not like it's like I have really good psychology. I'd say my strong suit in trading is my psychology. Like, it's my risk management. So, with risk management, I'll be chilling. And my winners would be winners. Check your Discord again. You gotta tell me which channel. No tariffs on China confirmed. Mega bullish. Yeah, are you sure that's a good source? I don't know if that's a good source. The market has not adapted to that. If that is the case, then. But just to be safe. Let's see. Let's see. Is that true? Let's see. No. There's no news out on it. Oh, you want me to look at your silver trade? Or your gold trade? What markets do you trade? Just gold? Silver? Got a nice pull up though from that 15-minute fair value gap, so we can be in it to win it here. Look at that. Beautiful 15-minute reaction. Chat, should we hold it all the way up to here? This is a great channel. Thank you. He's from what, South Africa? South Africa. Beautiful 15-minute reaction though. We're still, I do believe we still could be in a discount. Like I do think we could go up to that high. You know, it sounds crazy, but I think high day is not far away. So I kind of want to hold for a nice 13R trade. Imagine if Zahid held from there all the way up to here. Oh, if he wasn't a pussy, he would have done that. Not South Africa. What? Central Africa? Where are you from? Alaska? Yeah, okay. It's from Ivory Coast. We're starting to rip up on that 15-minute. I'm glad I held into it. We're in $1,000 in profit now again. Whoops. Central Africa. Bro's from bro's from Ghana. No, it's from Pakistan. Zahid is from Pakistan. Patience, guys. By the way, this, just to let you guys know, you guys already know this, but I'm going to say it again, that this deal ends in 2 days. It's 80% off all evals and an $85 activation fee instead of $200 activation fee. If you want to support me, you can use code BEN. Starting to rip, though. Ooh, you know what? Guys, you know what's going to be funny? Well, not funny. It'll be kind of sad. But, it would be sad. But I want to see how many people blew their accounts today. You want to see how many people blew their accounts today, chat? You can go by my affiliates. How many people blew their account on Apex? It doesn't show the name, but let's see. Today, 5 people blew their accounts. 5 people. Got a nice rip, though. It's a nice move there. Where do I go? It's all the people that I have affiliated. I've affiliated to Apex. Yeah, you got 5 people who blew accounts today. That's actually not bad. That is not bad. Friday, 26 people blew accounts. Dude, I'm not even kidding. Okay, I'm not. I have to crop out the screenshot heavy. But I want to show you what day was Friday. So it was like what? That was Monday, Sunday, Saturday, or Friday. Friday, 13 people blew accounts, not 20. 13 people. I just screenshot that because I can't really show too much. Or like I'll show. "13 people." One second, chat. Chat, I'm gonna give this like 5-10 more minutes, and then I'm gonna leave the trade open. No, it doesn't show me the time. It doesn't show me the time that that they blew it. It just shows me the day. Dude, once I had, let me see what the biggest blowout. Okay, this. Oh my gosh, October 8th. Chat, October 8th. 29. And okay, wait. On that day, I want to see how many people bought accounts. One second. Okay. Out of 29 blown accounts, 21 people bought accounts again. That's not a good number. It doesn't show who. How am I able to hold trades this long? Just by trusting your bias, low-key. Ben got blowed out. What are you talking about? My stop loss works. Your stop loss doesn't work. I don't like that wick above that high, though. Not whatsoever. All right, we're in that 4-hour fair value gap now. So it could reverse. I'm actually going to drag my stop loss a little bit more aggressively here. Looks like it could reverse fairly well. It trades into that 4-hour fair value gap. We could get a big reversal here down to that low again. Like I said, bearish in the PM. My bias was originally shorts. Yes, it was. And I do think we could still sell off. Probably going to close from this reaction here too. It's like a 15 minutes turtle soup in that 4-hour fair value gap. Right, just do 2 standard deviations as well. That doesn't look like a good reaction. I'm going to keep my stop loss at this low because it could use this first presented low fair value gap at that 1 hour. The new 1 hour, that 11 a.m., which is what it's in right now. It could use that to turn up higher. I'm not going to close prematurely. I'm going to keep my stop loss there. But I do think I'm going to walk away from the charts with the trade open. I think that could just be manipulation, to be honest. 11 a.m. new hour at manipulation. Trade back to that order block. Trade back up higher. Right? Trades to that first presented fair value gap. I think we'll just be patient, chat. Let it play out the way we want it to. But just got to be patient. Just have to be patient. patient. How much is my Amex bill? Because I have to pay it off. I forgot. Patience is key. You go live every afternoon session. Yes, PM session on TikTok. Oh my gosh. That's a bigger bill than I thought it was going to be. That's a lot. Ooh. Maybe I do close this trade. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. Oh, I can't even get my payout on YouTube. I have to submit a tax form. I hate submitting tax forms. One second, chat. I still think it's going to turn up. Yeah, I verified my bank account. One second, chat. I can't take my payout out on YouTube. Doesn't matter. Fuck it. I don't care. Yeah, I'm going to leave this trade open, chat. I'm going to go make some lunch. I don't need to make that. I need to work on that. Other than that, fellas, thank you guys for watching. It was a good stream. It was a good stream. We got to win. That's what I'm happy about. I'm still going to hold the trade open with this fair value gap, but I don't think it's going to work too much. But we got a nice win here today. We definitely did marry a little bit. Not marry the bias, but the tariffs put some uncertainty in my mind. So I'll journal that, learn that. One thing I'm not good is this tariff trading. I didn't do good in the tariff crash. I just don't like how it influences it too much. It's not my type of thing, but the markets will smooth out soon. So I'll be live on PM session on TikTok later. So make sure you hit that subscribe button. Thank you guys for watching. And I'm still holding this trade open. So I'll update you guys in the Discord. Other than that, thank you guys for watching. Happy Thanksgiving, Canadian Thanksgiving, and take care. Bye-bye. How to scale like you, Benji? It's just copy trading. That's all it is. See you later, guys.